All right, guys. So we're here in preseason week 4 for the GFL Global Football League Sim League, and I've because there have been some questions on the Discord server about my ability on developing the team, how I get everyone to star dev or superstar dev, because of the visual on the field, and people were, questioning it. I wanted to start trying to go live when I remember to, for things such as weekly skill things. When I might get a skill up or a dev upgrade on that, or things like this where I've held off on upgrading my players. I usually upgrade my players after my weekly drills and after each game, which after the games I would do it after the games on stream as well, because I usually stay in stream until I'm out of the game to show player point allocation so people can see the abilities that I have equipped so that I'm not going against the league rules. And also for when if there's a storyline dev upgrade, for example, I try to do that on stream. I haven't done my drills on stream in the past, and I'll try to remember to do it. A lot of times I just do it like in the middle of the night while I'm listening to podcasts. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying for people to question and imply that I might be, I don't know, cheating somehow. I don't know if they think I'm editing players, adding dev traits or what. It's a little bit annoying, but I also understand it. Like, there's a lot of really shitty Madden League commissioners that do stuff like that, that take advantage of the ability to do things unseen, edit players, change. I've seen people do stuff in leagues where they've changed ages, they've changed ratings, dev traits, whatever. So I'm just doing this because it's a big upgrade point in the preseason, especially with camp counselor being on, stuff like that. Which on our league we allow camp counselor to be on in the preseason only. We allow you to stack it in the preseason only. We just don't want people using it throughout the rest of the season. So you can turn it on week 1 of the preseason, and when it turns off in after week 1 of the regular season, you don't turn it on again until the next preseason. Um, but I have intentionally refrained from upgrading my players since the Super Bowl last season. So I'm going to do all of the upgrades that I've gotten from the end of last season through the preseason here. I'm going to do my roster cuts. I'm going to do my practice squad. I'm going to do my position changes because I technically have to go into edit player on position changes. I also am really quirky about position numbers, so I'm going to change some numbers too. And if I'm going to go into edit player, I'm going to try to do it on stream whenever possible. That way, there's record of it, and people can't question what I'm doing when they see in the activity log that Kinetic 615 edited so and so player. My concern is that there's going to be times where I don't think to go live, or I'm trying to do something really fast. I don't have time to go live to do it. I don't want that to then be a contrast of, well, look, you went live on these other times. Why are you not doing it now? Sometimes I just don't think about it because I'm not doing anything nefarious, so I don't think about sometimes like trying to protect against it. But it is what it is. I try to be transparent and honest as a commissioner because I know how many shitty commissioners there are out there. So I just try to do my best, and hopefully that's enough for people. So I'm gonna do my upgrades, then I'm gonna do my cuts, and then when I get done with all of that, I'm gonna do my position changes and my um, number edits. So got a lot of upgrades to go through because this is last year off season, preseason this year, all of that. Of course, with camp counselor, so you can see some of these guys have 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. The majority of players only have like 2 to 4. So we're gonna go ahead and go through these. So Casey Poe is gonna get 12. He's a rookie that I drafted. Take over as a starting offensive lineman. I'll probably be moving him to right guard, probably, because why can't I think of the name of the guy? The really large guard. I have him on my roster. Um, he's starting to regress. And as much as I like Zach Zinter, one of my favorite players in college, he's a decent backup, but he's not really starter caliber in Madden at least. So, but yeah, just gonna do the upgrades here. There's not a whole lot to talk about, so there'll probably be a lot of dead air, a lot of silence of me talking. It just is what it is. Of course, I'll respond to comments on the in the stream, but this is mostly just to have video record of me doing things, of upgrading players, of editing numbers and positions to show that I'm not changing ratings, that I'm not changing dev traits, changing ages, or whatever other things shitty commissioners do in Madden leagues. All right. I don't like his number. I'm gonna go ahead and change it. I like my offensive line to be 60s and 70s, so I'm just gonna change him to a 60s number. Let's go. We'll go 64. Or is 60 is not an option. Let's go 64. All right, Riley Van Poppel. He's another defensive tackle that I got in this most recent draft. So he's got a lot of upgrades here. So we're going to go ahead and go through that. I might change his number too. I generally like my defensive linemen to be in the 90s, but 70s are okay. It's kind of a offensive and defensive line number. I don't know. I'll probably save that till later when I see what the other D line numbers are, and I may end up coming back to Van Poppel and changing his number. I actually should look up and see what his college number was. If anybody's in the chat wants to look up Riley Van Poppel's college jersey number, it'd be cool. Well, I guess he's a superstar since we just got a new ability slot. And it is uncovered, so okay, there's not any other ones that we can choose now. All right, Kingston Viliamuasa, another rookie that I recently got in the last draft. So we will go ahead and upgrade him. We'll do run stopper upgrades. Is his name really spelled Kyng? I should probably double check the spelling of his name. Let me actually do that while I've got him open. Oh, that is the correct spelling of his name. All right then. So we'll keep that then. I'm not gonna change his number to his college number. I personally don't like 27 on a linebacker. That's just personal preference. I don't know why I'm so particular with numbers on jerseys. I guess I just there's certain things like for me like a quarterback's number can't be higher than 19. Um, Running back should be single digits or uh, 20s. Sometimes teens are okay, but single digits and 20s, rarely teens and 30s. Receivers should be 20s. Uh, well, I guess receivers can be 1s, 10s, 20s, or 80s. Tight ends should be 80s or 10s. Offensive line should be 60s and 70s. Defensive line should be 70s and 90s. Linebackers should be 50s, sometimes 40s, but mostly 50s. Defensive backs should be 20s and 30s and single digits. That's my opinion. That's just for whatever reason. I don't know if it's what I grew up seeing. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that, but it just bugs me when it's not like that. Although strangely in the college football game, I don't really pay attention to the numbers. I don't know. Maybe that's just because we don't have the option to change numbers um, on half the players, so I just don't think about it. But I don't know. All right, Bryce Underwood's going to get 10 upgrades here. You know, I might not spend his yet. I don't know what I want to. I don't know how I want to build him yet. Because, like, I don't want to build him as a scrambler, but I don't know if I want to build him as a strong arm, an improviser, or field general. I think I'm going to save his skill points until I decide how I want to build him. Yeah, I don't think I'm. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't. I don't know. Hold on. Medium accuracy, short accuracy, deep accuracy. Throw on the run, throw under pressure, deep accuracy. I kind of like that one. Strong arm, throw power, deep accuracy, medium accuracy. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to. Damn it! I just put him on the fucking practice squad. Alright, it's fine. I can just bring him back up. Alright, whatever. Malachi Tony, I'm going to work on playmaker here. He's going to be my primary slot receiver. He's one of my favorite players. Definitely, I would say my number one or number two favorite non-Michigan Wolverine college football player. Oh, and apparently he's superstar. I should have known that. I need to change his number, though, once I make the roster cuts, because he needs his college number. What's his college number? 7 or 10? 10. Makai Lemon is 7. Cam Coleman is 8. Tony is 10. I think, right? Is it 10 or 12? Hold on. I think it's 10. It is 10. How did his playmaker go down on the priority list here? It was second. Now it's third. Alright, his abilities, let's put him... Okay, so he's going to be my primary slot. So we're going to put Slot-O-Matic. I'm going to put Grab and Go. And... Short Elite? Should we do Short Elite? Oh, no. Well, I don't think he's my return man. I think Evan Stewart's my return man. So, yeah, we'll go Short Elite. Exodus Ayers is going to get 9. I just do slot upgrades for corners most of the time, unless they're really unbalanced, and I just hit the wrong one. Unless they're really unbalanced, and that's just because slot's the only one that gives bonuses or gives increases to both man and zone. And then if zone or man get either one pulls too far ahead of the other, I'll do that. I'll upgrade that one specifically, but Ayers will be a good replacement for Upton Stout now. I might change his number. I don't know. The 30s for defensive backs I feel like should be the safeties. For safeties I kind of like 30s in single digits, and for corners I like 20s in single digits. But it doesn't always work out that way. I can't forget. Oh, Max Bredeson's gonna get 7 skill points. Nice. Um, I need to get utility to be the. I need to change his number because 44 is his college number, but I saw that with the Vikings now he's going to be 45 since Josh Metellus is 44 already. So I really should change his number in Madden to 45. Tommy Doman gonna get 4. I need to get Tommy, like I need to change his number too. Um, I need his kick power to go up, and I hate. Look, I've put every point that I've had for him since I got him into power, and it hasn't increased his power yet. This is the first time his power has increased. I hate how kickers and punters, you choose power, and just as often as not, you get accuracy. See, right here, I chose power, and it gave me awareness and accuracy. If I wanted accuracy, I would choose accuracy. See, four skill points spent on power, and I only got +1 power. Now here for Jaden Baugh, I am alternating power and elusive back because I want my backs to be elusive, but he's my power third down back, or I mean, short yardage back. All right, Evan Stewart, I'm pretty sure he's my kick returner. If I end up making Malachi Tony my kick returner, then I'll need to go back to his abilities and put on return man, which I might do. So he's got max power and accuracy now. So now it doesn't matter. It's just gonna be awareness every time. Fucking X Factor. Stutzman's gonna get 2. He was one of my dev upgrades during the training camp. He got star dev, I think. Sonny Styles gonna get 1 here. I think I want. Yeah, I need to upgrade Run Stopper. And he got an ability slot. So I want it to be Enforcer Supreme, but... Oh, what is this? Enforcer. Yeah, that's what we need. Kenyon Sadiq gonna get 1 here. Leo Chenal. Isaiah Bond, who I still can't get star dev. I've been training this dude up for 3 seasons and still can't get him to dev up to star. Picked him up as a UDFA in season 1. Big Citrus. Najee Kelly. He's my second string edge rusher. Cedric Alexander. Tofeli Ashlock. Probably going to practice squad for this season, but we'll see. I actually really like this dude. And Jelani Thurman. Alright, now I gotta make roster cuts. Let me make sure to get Bryce Underwood back up here. I did not mean to put him on the practice squad. Speaking of Bryce, let's see. How many years do I have Josh Allen for still? 2 more years? Okay. That's enough time for me to get Bryce ready. Alright, let's see. So, I'll probably keep 3 quarterbacks on roster this year. Let's see. We'll go ahead and send Tatum to the practice squad. And probably cut Jade Knott. Oh, he can go practice squad too. Maybe I'll cut Taylor Tatum. Alright, Coleman, Bond, Tony, Pierce, Sturdivant, Stewart. So these 2 are going to go to practice squad. Yeah, let me go ahead and just cut Taylor Tatum. Alright, Thurman's going to go to the practice squad. Alright, I'm going to cut Wanya Morris. He was just brought in for camp. Okay, Mekhi Becton, that's the guy I couldn't remember his name. Alright, so I'm going to move Poe to right tackle, or right guard. And I'm going to move Zach Zinner over to left guard. God, I don't really want to cut Ben Bredesen. I like Ben Bredesen a lot. I'm going to have to cut Hecht. I can practice squad Rhino. I'm going to have to cut Ben Bredesen. That sucks. I like Ben Bredesen, brother of Max. But I gotta cut him. Alright, I'm gonna cut Illuminor. Alright, practice squad Lightfoot. Whew, okay, okay, obviously I'm gonna cut Ojolari. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut Kamara. Messidor or Yuman Mielen? Monmielen has got Stardev. Messidor has Stardev. Monmielen is faster. Messidor's stronger and has better awareness. Can I practice squad Messidor? I can. Let's practice squad Messidor and kick that can down the road. Alright, I'm going to have to cut Ingram Dawkins as much as I like dude. Probably going to have to cut Norman Lott. I may end up having to cut someone here. How many more years does Wilkins have on his contract? This is his final year. I mean, I could just practice squad Van Poppel, but I don't know. I might cut Wilkins or Wingo if I need the spot. I don't know if I'm gonna need the spot. All right. Purchase or Trotter. I guess I just go ahead and cut Trotter. I like Trotter though, but can cut Diabati. And we can cut Dolak. Alright, let's keep Turner, Ayers, Smith Snowden, Scene, and, well, Abrams Drain is 2 years younger and 4 points higher than Scene. I can practice squad Williams, I think, yeah. I could just... Basine has started, but he's already 28 years old. I definitely want to keep Bellamy. I think I keep Scene. Alright. Here... Man, I like Vaki a lot, but I don't think I can keep all of these guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut Vaki. Alright, what does that put me at? That puts me at 54, so I need to cut one more. Alright, this is where I'm keeping a third quarterback, so... Do I just want to let Sundell go? And let Becton and Zinter back up center? I think I probably do that. Yeah, we'll let Sundell go. Alright, now let me look at numbers. Alright, so I want Bryce Underwood to have his number 19. Who has 19 right now? Rod Moore has 19. Can I give Rod Moore 9 or 0? Since that's... Wait, is that what he... Hold on, did he change to 0? Hold on. I know he wore 19 and 23. Or 9 and 23. He wore 19 last year. Rod Moore... Number change. He's number 1 right now. I don't know. Is number 1 available? 9 or 1? 1 is available. Let's give him 1. And that way we can give Bryce Underwood his 19. I still don't know how I want to build Bryce. I'm kind of leaning towards improviser maybe, with field general as a secondary. I gotta figure it out. Didn't I see that Blake Corum was changing his number? Hold on. I think he's going to 24. Yeah, he's switching it to 24. Is 24 already being used? I don't know. I kind of like him better. I like him as 22. I'm going to keep him as 22. I like him as 22. Keaton Mitchell is 34. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I give him 24. I think I give him 24. Let's see if we can give Max Bredesen 45. Or you know what? I'll give Blake his number 2 because I need to change Tommy Doman's number anyway. Yeah, we'll go 45 for Max. You go change Tommy Doman's number. What number did he wear at Michigan? I know he transferred to Florida, but okay, he wore 19 at Florida, but he got 39. Um, on the Buffalo Bills roster. So let's see if we can give him 39. No, 39's already taken. Who has 39? Is that... I think that's a DB, right? I think we saw a DB earlier that had 39. Yeah, Exodus Ayers. Let's change his number. What number did Exodus Ayers have in college? He wore 23 at Oregon State. I'm pretty sure 23 is already taken, but we could give him a 20 number. Oh, 23 is not taken. All right, we'll give him his college number. And then we can give Tommy number 39. And then we can give Blake his number 20, or his number 2. Alright, let's see. Wide receiver. So Coleman has 8, Bond has 16. Didn't he just change his number too? changed it to 0. I'm pretty sure I already have a 0, but let's look. I should make him wait till he finally gets started before I give him his new number. Oh, there's 0. Alright, he can have 0. And then Malachi Tony needs number 10. Okay, so who's got number 10? And I need to see the depth chart real quick. Hold on, before I forget, let me look at him in the depth chart. I mean, Evan Stewart's our return man in Sturdivant. He's 3rd. Alright, I won't change his ability. Alright, I need to find who has 10. Oh wait, Mac Jones has 10. You know what, Mac Jones, I'm sorry. Tony's more important to this team, so you got to change your number, buddy. Yeah, we'll go 12. Mac Jones will be number 12. And then Tony will get his 10. Alright, Pierce is 14, Sturdivant's 9, Evan Stewart's 7, that's all good. Sadiq 18, Strange 85, Likely 80, 77, 79, 66, 65, 63, 64, 73, 75, 71. I'm good with all those. Defensive line 90, 93, 92, 96, 94, 95, 99, 72. Yeah, I'm going to change Van Poppel. I want him in the 90s. What do we got? 91, 97, 98. Let's go 97. Nice number. And then I kind of want to, I'm going to change Uagalele. I know I'm not saying his name right. Is it Uianga Lele? Or I don't know how to say his name. Uianga. There's an N in there that's like invisible. I don't know. It looks like Uagalele. Let's see. I just want to change his abilities. He doesn't need defensive rally because Big Citrus has that. So instead, let me give him. Let's go double or nothing. And then all right, let's see. We're looking at numbers. So I like my linebackers to be in the 50s. Yep, those are all good. Corners 20, 23, 3, 36, 29. I don't really like 36. What can we do here? I know he was a safety turn corner. We'll do 28. I like that. I like that for Scene. Since I moved him to corner. Alright, Rod Moore's got his number 1. 25 for Spears, that's okay. 32 for Makuba, 35 for Sab, 26 for Talich. Okay, I like that. Aubrey's 49. Doman's 39. Hatton is number 4. I don't really like number 4 on a long snapper. Long snapper I feel like should be in the 70s or 40s. Let's go 76. Oh wait, hold on. So my practice squad, I've got edge. I've got 2 edges, 2 receivers, an offensive lineman, corner, tight end, running back. So I still could use a quarterback, D tackle maybe, a linebacker, and a safety. Right, quarterbacks, there's not really any good ones here. Let me just look at throw power. We got Carson Beck. I don't think his arm's actually that strong, but yeah, we'll just go with him, I guess. I mean, I don't really want J.J. Cole or Austin Simmons, so we'll just sign Carson Beck to the practice squad. All right. Need a linebacker or 2. Jordan Kwiatkowski from Central Michigan. I do like him. Donovan Woolen. Simeon Coleman. Let's just go Kwiatkowski here. Maybe a safety. Let's see who's available. Colin Gill at free safety. DJ Walker. CJ Young. Maybe we just go another corner. Let's go practice squad with Nicholson. Alright, and then DT. My guy Damon Payne is right here. Grayson Halton. Yeah, I'll just get my guy Damon Payne. Okay. What else could I potentially use? I could potentially use another offensive lineman. I've got a guard, an interior guy. Let me see if there's any decent tackles I could get for the practice squad. Okay, so the only decent one here is going to be John Pestor. Oh, shoot. I brought him to the regular roster. Hold on. Now I got to send him to the practice squad. Oh, I don't have a spot. Okay. That's why it happened. Alright, so I did upgrades, roster cuts, jersey edits, position edits. Oh, I guess I should do my depth chart. I guess. Let's make Bryce quarterback 2. No, you know what? We'll keep Mac Jones as quarterback 2 until I figure out how I'm going to build Bryce. Let's go Keaton Mitchell as running back 2 here. Fullback. Yeah, that's fine. All right, wide receivers. This is interesting because Alec Pierce is my number 4 receiver now. He was number 2 last season. I guess I just keep it like this. Although I kind of, you know what, I'm going to put Tony as my number 2 receiver and my slot receiver, so he'll move into the slot on 3 receiver sets, and Bond will come in off the bench. So that's what I'll do. And then Sadiq is here. Okay, then we'll put McClendon. We'll put Zach Zinter. Mekhi Becton. We'll put Mekhi Becton and Zach Zinter. And Poe will start here. Becton and Zinter. And then we'll put Ursery there. Edge rushers, we'll just cross depth chart as well here. And here. D tackles, I think this is okay. Yeah, I think we'll just keep it like that. Maybe Van Poppel ahead of Wingo. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll cross depth chart here as well. Viliamu Asa. We'll actually put him as the first off the bench on both Sam and Will. And then we'll have him right behind Stutzman. And then corners, I like that setup right there. Safeties, let's put Scene as the 3rd safety here. Kick returners, that looks good. 3rd down running back, yeah, we'll keep Blake in that spot, but we're gonna put Alexander over Baugh. Well, maybe not. No, we'll keep Baugh there, I guess. Baugh will be the primary power back, though, for sure. All right, Tony. I feel like I want Stewart off the bench here. And then rush edges will be the same as regular. Oh no, they won't. So Kelly will go up. And then we'll bring in, let's see, of my linebackers, who has the best rush moves? So Owusu, okay, hold on. So Viliamu Asa has a 66. Wu has 65. Okay, so I can't beat both of them though. Chanel has a 63. Let's do Chanel on this side. And Koromoa. And then on this side we'll do Yuman Mielin, Koromoa, and Chanel. But if I'm going to do that, then I got to put Purchase as the 2nd Sam. Because Asa is going to be coming in a lot more often to play. Alright, and the reason that I did that, God, I wish I could carry I wish I could carry one more edge rusher, but I don't know what I would cut here. But that's because I'm going to have my rush interior be my normal edges. for my NASCAR package. And then nose tackle, we'll put it like this. Sub linebackers will go Styles and Makuba, and then Koromoa. Or no, we'll do Rod Moore here. Slot corners, we're going to go Rod Moore, Smith Snowden, and Lewis Seen. Okay, I like that setup. And then the only other thing to look at is my X factors. Alright, so right now I've only got 3 X factors on defense: Pierce, Uangalele, and Sonny Styles. On offense, it's Josh Allen, Blake Corum, and Kenyon Sadiq. Okay, cool. Alright guys, well that's going to be the video. I just wanted to do this so that there's video record of any edits that I do as the commissioner of the league, so that none of the edits to my players can be questioned on what I did, and there's no question that I'm not doing shady shit. So appreciate everyone that tunes in, that goes back and checks this. Feel free. I try to be as transparent as possible. So but yeah, until next time, guys, as always, for me, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.